Okay, so we're going to make Frank's Red Hot dip. Now, one of the things with getting less chemicals in your food and a little healthier stuff is the fats. Now, I'm not making this for health nuts, but with my specific problem, like I said, I have to reduce the amount of chemicals and preservatives and anything artificial like that. Now, along with that, the types of fats are hugely important. So, this is ranch dressing. But it's ranch dressing, as you tell, that I just whipped up. Now, it's good stuff. Now, I'm not the best with ranch dressing yet. It's not maybe like as good as some people's, but it's decent. You know, it tastes decent. Now, granted, if I was going to eat it plain, I would have had different oils. What I did is I have olive oil, and I know that's too strong for most mayonnaises. You make a mayonnaise base, and yes, I made it a bit from scratch. And with the mayonnaise base, I used a little olive oil. I know it's a little strong, so I mixed it with sunflower and coconut oils. All of those are a little on the healthier side, a lot better than the like the canola and soybean that you get. Every single one in the store was canola and soybean, even the healthy ones. So, expeller pressed, cold pressed coconut oil with decent olive oil, and then a decent sunflower, which is better than canola. And so that, I made sure there's zero preservative, zero chemicals, zero this and that. Sour cream, all this stuff is as natural as I can get. Now, the chicken gets cooked. You put ranch in there along with sour cream. You put, sorry, not sour cream, scratch that. Put ranch there with cream cheese, regular cheese, and hot sauce, basically, is the recipe. I'll give you more information as we go on further. Chicken's going to go in. Ranch is already made. That's going to go in the fridge. So, I'll be back in just a bit to show you what it looks like once the chicken is cooked and shredded. Okay, so now I put a little water on it. Bottled water, not out of the tap, because that's another thing I have to watch out for is water. And yes, I make sure I put distilled because generally it has less stuff in it. It's harder to put as many fluoride additives with the machinery they use, and the fact that you have to put it into irons and other machines where you're going to see if there's deposits. But yeah, I'm going to put this in there a bit in the good old Instant Pot. Get that all nice and tendered up, so I'm going to shred the chicken. Put a little salt in there beforehand to try to make sure the salt doesn't have too much of the weird types of anti-caking agents, and the additives as pure as I can get. Although, yes, I'm not a millionaire. I don't get the best salt in the world when I'm just putting it like this. But I do make sure it has as little additives as possible. Okay, so I have Frank's Red Hot, cream cheese, and mozzarella and white cheddar. Now, in this type of thing, I'm really focusing on less chemicals. Now, Frank's Red Hot, as you can see, nothing's advertised about being organic or non-GMO or anything like that, or it doesn't say anything like no preservatives or whatnot. But if you turn it around and actually look at the ingredients, can't really see that well, I'm sure, but that one says aged cayenne, red peppers, distilled vinegar, water, salt, and garlic powder. It doesn't have anything listed there for artificial stuff. So I did look on this, and I'm very careful to look on the ingredients list. Now, you can see a lot of products like this do not have it marked that they don't have any artificial colors or preservatives. But if you really look at the ingredients, really it's not that bad of stuff. Now, this here cream cheese was like less than $1 per thing. I mean, it was really cheap. But it's no artificial preservatives or flavors. And if you turn it around, sorry, you're going to see on the ingredients, you just have pasteurized milk and cream cheese, salt. Yeah, I know there's guar gum and xanthan gum, but all in all, it's not too bad, considering we're reducing the amount of stuff. And normally, yeah, I don't always use organic because I just can't afford it. But we had it, and I'm going to use it up. So even if you're not using organic cheese, hey, maybe you're not perfect, but the point here is reduce it. You can live a reasonable, normal life and eat the same things as you're always already doing. But in all of this, I don't have any amount of artificial colors. I don't have but maybe trace amounts of artificial preservatives. And I probably don't have any of that because the spices I used everything, I made it myself. I didn't put anything in it. So we're really reducing, yes, not getting rid of 100%, not being 100% perfect, but it's on my budget and stuff I could do. And stuff you could do too. Get rid of the chemicals in your life. And in realistic, normal, real world environments, the stores that make these products, you buy this stuff that you can see on the labels is going to have less preservatives in it and less chemicals in it. Then you know what? I think that enough people do that, they'll start making more of it too, like they have been. So let's keep supporting places that don't use too much of the artificial chemical junk in there. It's not just about, say, hey, reducing fat or this or that. It's the types of fat and the chemicals in it, you want to reduce that. That's really important. These chemicals are nasty stuff, even in small amounts. Okay, so I have some chicken. I don't know if you can tell, but it's a lot of chicken. I have a 6-quart and an 8-quart Instant Pot. This is my 8-quart Instant Pot. And yeah, you can tell it's quite a bit of chicken. Now, in this recipe, if you're familiar with Frank's Red Hot chicken dip, you can put more chicken in it than it calls for. And when you're making several batches at once, that adds up. And so yeah, I'm going to put more chicken in it than the recipe calls for. Because really, honestly, the sauce part will stretch. And, you know, I'm more wanting the... sorry, a little bit more chicken than... It's just for my taste. And for what I want is a little bit more chicken per sauce. But, so, yeah, I have enough for 5 batches worth of sauce. And it's a few more than 5 batches worth of chicken, but it'll be fine. And probably a little bit less than 5 batches worth of ranch. But it should work. You can adjust the quantities however you see fit. But, you know, for those of you paying attention much, I do have peripheral neuropathy. That's why I'm trying to make things with less chemicals. And I really don't make all that much money, so I have to make my dollars stretch. And so how can you say, you know, somebody with hand problems like I have do that much shredded chicken? It's really hard to shred chicken. Well, 20 minutes in pressure cooking on Instant Pot. And 20 minutes on Instant Pot is not 20 minutes. It doesn't even start. Timer doesn't start till it's full temperature and full pressure. Then it starts. So 20 minutes on Instant Pot's more than enough to get that tendered up quite a bit. Really, all you need are 2 forks. Hold them in just the right position. It won't bother your hands too much. And trust me, yeah, my hands are gonna. Yeah, if my hands can do this, your hands can too. Because my hands are not the best hands, you know, in the world for shredding little things like that. But with 2 little forks, 20 minutes on Instant Pot, you just really smash it and then just use the forks to just separate it a bit, and boom, it almost shreds itself, really. So just next thing, just gonna put all this together, slow cook it, mix it up around a bit, make sure I get the stuff at the bottom, and then when you're doing multiple batches, you know, you just have to make sure it's mixed up a good bit. But that's pretty much it. I'll show you the finished thing once it comes out. And here it is. It's pretty much ready. As you can see, it's a little bit more chicken, a little bit less dip than some. That's what I like to do, just because it's... I mean, just because sometimes I don't eat it as a dip. And I use about half the hot sauce that it calls for because of, you know, heartburn and whatnot in kids. But there's very, very natural stuff. Minimal added, you know, there's not really any added colors or any of the nasty stuff like that. Some minor things here and there, but a lot less bad stuff you're going to get. See, if you eat out, if you don't take your time to make your food, you go out, eat at work, just whatever they have, or you just buy a ready-made meal or whatnot, you're going to get a lot more chemicals. This will have a lot less. And just one of the mini dishes. So you can, there's plenty enough to freeze. Use some now, use some later.